go to one side or the other on getting part of the end.
Hey, when you're in the stick, just make sure you're pointing in, like at yeah. Yes.
I got that one, and I didn't. It's from the press row, but I got the.
Yeah, a ton of credit to Wofford. I mean, that's a really good program. That's a really good team. Just watching them on film, you know what they're capable of, but seeing them in person, the way they share the ball, move the ball, the rate of speed that they run their offense, and they're well connected with some veteran players. So proud of this group for responding. We knew, and we talked about in the pregame, that it was going to be 40 minutes, the way they can shoot the basketball. Even if you get a lead, it's never over, and they got a lot of pride in their program, and they don't quit. So we knew that most likely they have a run in them. I thought we took care of the basketball well, which helped. We turned it over late. It pressed us. So we got some things to work on there. We're really proud there was a stretch where our seniors, Henry Badley jumped in there, Sean McDermott, Kamar, and our juniors, Aaron and Bryce Enzi. We got 5 straight stops, and it kind of, not ensured it, but it gave us a little more of a cushion to finish the deal. 19 assists from this group, and we turned it over 8 times. They're connected on both sides of the basketball, and it's a group where nobody cares who scores. They're all about winning. So it was a good game against a good team, and that's a good win.
Yeah, LaVall, when you talked about last season, sometime you said you guys had good defensive stretches. It seems like this season's team is turning into good defensive games. What do you think you identify as a difference? I mean, Wofford pulled to 10. I think you got 7 straight defensive stops, and that's, I just don't know if we would have seen that last year.
Yeah, I would like for you to stop talking about last year. Let's talk about this year. And this group's, locked in to each other, and, they had a high care level, and they've put in a lot of time. Like I said, Coach Campion's done a great job with a plan to progress. Helps when you have guys like Bryce Enzi. We just had to start switching, and he can move and help defend. Christian Davis' development's helped. Seniors and K Battle jumped in there, and these guys were out there coaching him through it in possessions like it was practice. And so, I think we've talked a lot about being tougher longer, so that when those stretches come, we just got to keep grinding and stay the course, and did that again tonight.
Aaron, does Wofford resemble any Big East team or any other opponent you guys have played? I mean, they seem like they were really crisp running stuff, and even when they were missing shots, you could tell that they're going to be a hard team to keep restrained.
They kind of remind me of Creighton and Villanova with how fast they play and how many threes they shoot. We were just trying to limit their attempts from the line or get them off the line. So we tried to switch a little bit to do that on the defense end. So yeah, those two teams, just how many threes and how fast they play.
A little bit about switching, Aaron, you talked about it as well. But just how important was that tonight, being able to, move guys around? I guess is that something coming in that you looked at their guards and said you're going to have to be able to do that?
Yeah, they that was huge for us to be able to. It was the adjustment early on. We gave up some pretty good looks and they missed. We were out to contest. So then at one point, EK just adjusted and we just switched everything when Enzi came back in there and Christian. And we had practiced that, and those guys have done it, in practice, and they're mobile. They got us inside as a result a few times. They posted our guards up, but, we figured, hey, if they're taking twos, if we can make them tough, that's not really what they're looking for to win games. And so, that was a part of it, and that's what happened.
Coach, Sean McDermott didn't take a ton of shots in the last 2 games, but you got him 2 open looks in the first 45 seconds of this game. Was it a point of emphasis to kind of get him some early looks, or is that just some taking what the defense gave you in the first couple minutes?
More take what the defense gave us. We're always looking for Shawnee. These guys are know where he is in transition. They weren't really trying to leave him as well, so we got a couple layups at the rim with our big guys in the pick and roll. And so, but he's on the scout, and everybody marks him up. He's patient and kind of waits for his opportunities and makes people pay, when we find him. And so, just proud of him for the amount of effort and work he's put into his game. And now he's getting to the basket a little more to be a little more versatile, when people are taking away the three.
How tough of a cover was Murphy, and would you guys feel like you did well just to keep him from taking a lot of shots? Just how tough of a cover is Murphy to deal with him, and what did you guys do to just keep him from getting a lot of shots? Obviously, he hit the ones he got, but obviously for a while there, he just didn't take many. What did you guys just do to keep him from getting anything going?
Yeah, he was pretty tough to guard, but we're just able to limit his shot attempts. He got a few off early in the first half, so we just made a few adjustments with switching, and we just played good defensively as a team to try and limit his shots and the rest of their three-point shooters.
Kamar, Wofford really makes you guys work defensively, especially in the backcourt. How hard is it for you to kind of juggle, especially against a team like this, your offensive duties as well as your defense? And what have you kind of worked on in the offseason to improve on that?
I just worked on my body a lot, just to stay in shape, be able to play 40 if I have to. But here, you got to be able to get stops first. So I'm not really worried about the offensive end. As long as we get stops, we'll be all right.
Still didn't show evidence of it. Maybe you're sore not letting on, but how did you feel like overall for the week after playing two difficult games this week?
Yeah, I've been feeling better. I'm getting better day by day.
Coach, you guys got 16 for 19 from the free throw line tonight, and as you mentioned, really cut down on turnovers from what we saw a little bit earlier, maybe in the exhibitions. How much has that offensive discipline been evident in practice, and how that's carried over into the game, even though the defense has stayed strong?
Yeah, we're getting better. We're not there yet. I do think we talked a lot about being purposeful in our decision making, and guys are trying to put each other in good positions. I thought we found our bigs when they were available with some really good passes. I thought these two, 12 assists between our two starting guards here. They were really good at finding Sean when he was open and seeing our role guys in the pick and roll. And then, attacking the foul line. So we both were, I didn't like that we fouled so much, but obviously it's been a thing that we've tried to emphasize, and guys like Bryce Enzi and Bryce Golden help us get to the foul line more often. So it's good to see us get there and convert, going 16-19 tonight.
Obviously, these minutes for guys coming off the bench are going to vary a lot. Jordan Tucker has been, ever since he's been here, has been really good off the bench. I mean, 13 minutes tonight, is he going to, that seems a little bit low for him, but other games he may play 30. I mean, is that just going to kind of be all over the place with some of these guys?
Yeah, I think the way guys are playing and the game and matchups will dictate. It's good to have versatility. Thought, Cade, the young fellow, he got in there and did well tonight, so we kept him in. He was in with these guys so they could help him out. I thought going smaller and putting Shawnee in there and putting Henry in there. Henry was great for us defensively. So it's just a matter of, what we need, and everybody's ready to do the job, and I think that's what makes a team.
Bryce, just the fact that you're able to pound it into them early and maybe get that established, how much do you think that opened up everything else you had just to be able to get them established early?
Yeah, I think it's important. They were a little smaller, so we had an emphasis, especially early, to attack in there. They've done a good job. Coach Lowry, just over the past year, just skill development. Matt Johnson, their physical development, they've worked like crazy. And they're getting better and better at just finding position, finishing around the basket, and passing it out of there. They flooded to the ball, and Bryce Enzi had 2 assists, just seeing his teammates on kickout. So it's big for us to be able to go in and them to make good decisions.
Coach, you mentioned Caleb's play a little bit earlier. He played 10 minutes tonight, obviously showed what he can bring offensively. What did you see defensively against the team that really makes you stay disciplined, curling around screens and switching onto different matchups?
Yeah, as I've told Kay, I know what he can do offensively. That's why we recruited him. Now, I thought defensively against a team that's moving at that rate of speed, that's that disciplined in their offense, I thought he did a really good job, closing on shooters, having his hand active, just seeing his progress, from practice. Now, he's guarding some pretty good ones every day, so he's taking on the challenge of just growing and developing. A lot of times guys are, you got to know college basketball is you got to buy in. You got to not buy in. You got to be able to do what the program does. It's like their ability gets you there, and then the ability to do what we emphasize is another thing, to be able to get out there consistently. So he's growing, and tonight I thought he had a good showing on the defensive end.
Anything more can be said about Derek Smith? I mean, is there a timetable for him to be back? Does this look like something that's going to linger for a long time, or I guess can you address that at all?
Yeah, it's a I would say he's still day to day. He's working his way back. Timetable will be, when he feels comfortable getting out. What we don't want is to be in and out. So we want him back and back for good. So it's one where we'll take our time and let the medical staff decide, what's best.
Practice 5-on-5 yet, or not yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Lamar or Aaron, I know as fans, all of us watching games across the country are still kind of trying to figure out the new FOP rule. Are you guys comfortable with that yet, or are you kind of figuring out yourself as well?
Well, we're still trying to get a feel for it. Last year we might have got some of those calls, or maybe it would have been a block or a charge. But now they're just letting it play on or calling the flop. So we just got to do a better job of just walling up and just standing our ground instead of trying to bail them out a little bit. Just being strong in there and making ourselves be felt.
Coach, you guys now have almost a full week off until your next game. What is something that maybe you're looking to prioritize in addition to preparing for your next game in practice?
Yeah, we're going to start with good health. Just get everybody, Christian's still battling back. Obviously Kamar and Derek and so guys are just got some knickknacks, so that banged up a little bit. So that'll be one priority, just guys getting the rest and recovery. But then we got to, like I said, we got to get better offensively, just against the pressure and the press. We didn't respond great. Got to continue to work on our defense, and our principles. Every challenge is different, and we still got work to do. So it's a good, like I said, a good team, a good win. But we're nowhere near where we think we can be.
Very good. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.